Political leaders, friends and family streamed into the Chabane home in Polokwane and Pretoria today. Public Service and Administration Minister Collins Chabane, his driver and a bodyguard were killed in a car accident at the weekend. The truck driver, allegedly responsible for the accident, is due to appear in court tomorrow. He faces, amongst others, 3 counts of culpable homicide and driving under the influence of alcohol. Our reporter Patricia Fasahi has been at the Chabane residence in Pretoria for the better part of today, and she joins us now. A very good evening to you, Patricia. Talk us through some of the high-profile mourners that have been streaming through.
Well, good afternoon. Certainly a whole lot of high-profile mourners who have been streaming to the house since early morning. Of course, you would know President Jacob Zuma being one of them. He came very early this morning to come and sympathize with the family. And of course, we have seen several ministers and premiers who have come to the homes throughout the day. And as we speak right now, just behind me, a lot of them are inside, still, giving the family the support needed, and of course making the necessary arrangements for the memorial service that will be held, and of course the funeral that we expect might be held this coming weekend. And to speak about some of these arrangements, I am now joined by the family spokesperson, and that is Percy Chabane, who will take us through what is happening inside and how he and his family are coping. Good evening, Percy. Of course, it's still a difficult time for you and your family, but a whole lot of support that you are receiving from, all people from all walks of life.
Yeah, indeed, it's a difficult time for us, but with the support that we're getting from different walks of life, as you have said, we're trying to cope. Just now is the prayer service that's conducted by the Reverend Chawan, with ministers and Premier of Limpopo, together with his PEC of the ANC being here, and some of his executives in the provincial government are all here. And we really appreciate as a family. And some ministers, I've seen Minister Sulu having arrived here. Earlier there was the PEC of the province, Gauteng, led by Comrade Paul Mashatile, and the Premier of the province being here. We really appreciate what the nation is doing for the family.
Is the support that you're receiving making it easier for the family?
Yeah, it is indeed making it easier for the family, and we are told that they are also doing the same to the families of the protectors. In the morning, you heard the president saying that the deputy president was leading a delegation of ministers and senior government officials to the families of the protectors too, just to pass their condolences.
But there's also a lot of meetings taking place to, put together all the preparations for the memorial service and the funeral. Can you just, update us what's the latest in terms of that?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, meetings took place between senior government officials and the ministers deployed here to deal with the funeral arrangements. Yes, indeed, some agreements on the arrangements between the family and government have been reached about the funeral arrangements. Government will communicate it as and when the funeral will take place. But definitely, the funeral will take place at his home village of Shikundu in the far north on the date still to be announced by government. I'm not the government spokesperson. As you well know, that government has taken charge of the funeral. They will be the one who will be communicating that. But while I can say that the memorial service will take place on Thursday, this coming Thursday, the venue and the time will be announced by government because they are taking charge of that. A memorial service is planned in the province by the ANC. The date and time and venue will be announced. But what I know is that the branch that it belonged to of the ANC in Polokwane is having a memorial service. A family rep will be there at 4 o'clock. And the legislature is also having a tribute for him in the legislature in Libuahomo tomorrow. And also in Parliament, there is a motion in Parliament at 2 o'clock in tribute where four family members will be descending to Cape Town tomorrow in the afternoon.
All right, Percy, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much for that update. As you have heard, a lot of arrangements taking place leading up to the memorial service that will take place on Thursday and the funeral that is expected to take place on Saturday. And of course, we are expecting President Jacob Zuma to make the formal announcements as to exactly where everything will be taking place, what time, etc. But in between, a lot of planning taking place, a lot of people coming to the house to pay their respects, and of course a lot of activity here at the house throughout the evening. It will continue on that note. Back to you in the studio.